What is it you're seeing in the world? What exactly is it that you are telling yourself that is making you see what you are seeing? I've been studying a ton of Bob Proctor lately, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, all those good thinking books. I can't get over, and I've thinking about so many times in my life of what I have told myself, the stories I have told myself, and the things I've said to myself to make me see the things I want to see, right? People joke about economists and different people in life that they can make facts and figures look like anything they want them to, right? And what we are as humans do so many times is we are seeking evidence. We're seeking something that will confirm our worldview. And I know I've done that so many times in my life. So what is it? What are you thinking about? What is it that you are telling yourself constantly, day in and day out? Because that's what you are going to obtain. That's what you will get in your life. You're going to get more of the same. If you see more scarcity, you will obtain more scarcity in your life. If you're seeing more abundance, you will have more abundance. If you're seeking God in your life, you will see God everywhere you turn. If you are not seeking that, you won't see God everywhere you turn. It's as simple as that. It can be anything in life. Financial, it can be politics is a big one, obviously. Wealth and politics are huge ones. Your education, your family, relationships. If you think someone is bad and all you are seeking are the bad things that they're doing, then all you're going to see is the bad things they're doing, and you're going to think they're a terrible person. But if you can turn your mind and change that story you're telling yourself, and you can turn your heart, you're going to start seeing things in a different light. And it's something I've been trying to practice now really for a long time, but quite honestly, it's been really just in quarantine, trying to focus on those things and seeing things from a totally different light, and trying to refine the way I'm thinking about things and thinking about the world and the way that I'm looking at things, because that ultimately determines our worldview, and ultimately determines how we're going to see things, and it ultimately determines the outcomes we're going to get. So what is it? What are you telling yourself? What is it that you are seeing in your life? Because that's going to determine, just like from the Bible, the same thing. I can show me your friends. I'll show you the kind of person you're going to be, or what kind of person you are. It's the same thing. Show me the stories that you're telling yourself, and I'm going to show you the outcomes you're going to get. I can promise you that, because I've seen it now a million times in my life, and I've seen it in many other people, and I know I can see it in your life, and I know you can see it in your life, and you can see it in many other people. So, in times like this that we find ourselves in, which far and away are not the worst times in the world by any means. Again, open up any history book, open up the Bible, go look at some of those different chapters, some of those different books, and it's incredible. And you will be very grateful for the times that you live in now. We live in the best times in the world. But remember, that's the thought that I have. Is it the thought that you have? Right? We don't all come from the same perspective. We're not all coming from the same place. But if we can start to change our mindset, I have been telling myself that really for my entire life. And those are the things that I generally try to find evidence of that. And it's easy to find evidence. You turn on the news. That's why I turned off the news 8 years ago. And, I try to stay up with it and do it a little bit each week so I know what's going on, so I'm informed. But I turned that stuff off that way, because before, for years, that was the worldview that it was giving me. It was giving me a worldview of just destruction, death, partisanship, just arguing, whatever it might be. So I wanted to change that. I wanted to better myself. So I'm curious, what is it that you are doing, and what are the stories you're telling yourself? What is it you're doing to get better every single day? And try to block out all the garbage, and block out the BS that the news and the media and the elites really want us to be subjected to. You can remove yourself from the matrix. We've done a lot of videos. Thanks for joining, guys. We've done a lot of videos about this and your mindset. And it's something that, again, we're entering some incredibly crazy times, and no one knows what's up. No one knows what's down. And if you don't believe in anything, you're going to fall for anything, right? You have to know where you're going. You have to have your guiding light. You have to be able to speak the language. And if you can't, then it's going to be very difficult, right? If you don't have that guiding light, if you're not believing in something, you're going to fall for anything. And again, we've all heard that, but who of us really sits back and thinks about what that means? It could be as little, people think of it generally as from like a macro, like a biblical perspective or something like that, but it could be as simple as, again, like your daily life, relationships, could be financial, right? What is your financial planner telling you? Is he just telling you to stay in the stock market? Like, oh, it's going to be fine. Like, we're going to be totally fine as time goes back up. All these things will be completely okay, and everything's going to be good. If you don't know or don't speak that language, you don't have something you believe in and you studied, then you're going to fall for anything, right? So it could be in any walk of life. And that is what is just so fascinating to me. And I'm going to continue to study this. So I want to, I would love to speak with anyone who is studying this more and more and more, because I think it's so paramount in the times that we are living in and the things that we are doing now, and the things we're seeing. Your mind is going to get you through anything. The 6 inches between your ears. Again, we've been talking about that a lot, but remove yourself from the matrix. Remove yourself from Twitter. Remove yourself from, the different platforms that you're getting stuck on, whatever it might be, TikTok, Facebook, chats, and whatever it is. Just remove yourself from that. When you find yourself doing that, remove yourself. Go do something else. Go meditate. Go pray. Go pick up a great book, The Power of Now. Think and Grow Rich, something to get yourself out of the matrix, get yourself out of that, come up above yourself and remove yourself from that and start to grow this, because that's something that, again, as you can tell, I've been speaking a lot on this a ton. This is what we're going to do on our show. We're bringing people on that are going to be, hopefully bettering all of us in different areas, whether it's nutrition, and the freedom isn't free. You want health freedom, you want financial freedom, you want political freedom, you want freedom in general. You have to put in the work. You have to do the things necessary in order to give you that freedom. So anyway, those are my Friday night thoughts, just something I've been studying and thinking about so much this past couple of weeks and in quarantine. I'm super curious as to what you guys have been thinking. What are the stories you've been telling yourself? What have you been doing during this quarantine? Have you been, what stories have you been telling yourself? Have you been telling yourself that things are going to be really good? Are you telling yourself things are going to be really bad? Are you, what is it? So please let me know, because I would love to see a little bit of what you have and what you're thinking. So I appreciate you guys a ton joining in here. Like I said, we're going to be doing, if you have any ideas for the Freedom Isn't Free podcast and the Freedom Isn't Free YouTube show, let me know. I would love for some people to interview, some interesting people. I would love to interview non-interesting people, because I find that fascinating, actually. I think you can learn from anybody, but unfortunately most people don't. So I don't know if that'll work. So anyway, if you have someone, please let me know, some people that we can interview. So appreciate you guys more than anything. Have an awesome Friday here, rest of the day. Have an awesome weekend. And we'll be, like I said, throwing out a lot more of this and bringing you a lot more shows, a lot more content, because I just feel like it's my calling to bring a lot of this to the world. So appreciate you. We'll see you soon.